Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Hector Bellerin asked Arteta to tear up his Arsenal contract. He wants to leave for free. According to Estadio Deportivo, Arsenal defender Hector Bellerin has just requested the Gunners to terminate his contract. The Spaniard moved to North London all the way back in 2011 when he was still a teenager. He then made his way into the first team under Arsene Wenger and quickly became one of the best fullbacks in the league. Sadly, a terrible knee injury under Unai Emery kept Bellerin out of the side for a long time. Once he returned, he struggled with confidence, and although he had his fair share of good moments under Mikel Arteta, he just wasn't the same player he was a few years ago. Hector joined Real Betis on loan last summer, and he has had a fantastic season there. He now wants to join them on a permanent deal, after a fantastic campaign at Betis which saw them win the Copa del Rey. Bellerin is a wanted man. The report claims that Roma, Juventus, Inter Milan and Fiorentina are all keen to sign him, but he wants to stay with the Betis. Bellerin, who still has a year left on his contract, has reportedly requested Arsenal to terminate his deal this summer so that he can move to Betis on a free transfer. He's even willing to take a huge pay cut to join them permanently, which shows where his heart is. However, it looks like Arsenal are not going to do that. The report claims that Arteta and co have turned a deaf ear to Bellerin's request. The Gunners want a fee to be paid, which could complicate things for Betis this summer. Arsenal have been the kings of terminating contracts over the last few years. Mesut Ozil, Sokratic, Mustafi, Kolasinac and most recently Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang have all had their deals ripped up and have walked away for free. Bellerin was reportedly hoping for the same, but sadly for him, that's unlikely to happen. Arsenal are right to demand a fee for Bellerin, and if Betis can't afford to pay, Edu should find a club that will. Lazio to challenge Fiorentina for Arsenal outcast Lucas Torreira. Lazio will challenge Fiorentina for Arsenal outcast Lucas Torreira. The Uruguay midfielder, who have 26-year-old, spent last season on loan at Fiorentina, but the Serie A side failed to trigger their option to buy him on a permanent deal worth £12.5 million. Tuttomercatoweb.com reports Lazio boss Maurizio Sarri wants to bring the midfielder to Rome. The story also claims that Fiorentina are still hopeful of a deal for Torreira. Arsenal chiefs discuss a new Tavares development plan. Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta is ready to cut loose fullback Nuno Tavares for next season. The Portuguese left back only joined the Gunners for £8 million from Benfica last July, but the Athletic reports the 22-year-old may be loaned out to gain more valuable first-team experience. Tavares endured an up-and-down first season with the North London Giants. Although he looked dangerous going forward, defensively he was found out. Arsenal's hierarchy have discussed sending Tavares out on loan to aid his development. Journalist says Newcastle United have advantage in race to sign a 21-year-old Arsenal star. Arsenal defender William Saliba has enjoyed a hugely successful spell on loan with League One side Marseille. The young centre-back featured in a whopping 52 matches in all competitions throughout the 21-22 season, including 35 appearances in League One. However, with the latest campaign now at end, Saliba, who have 21-year-old, is set to return to the Emirates, but with the summer transfer window now in full swing, speculation is mounting around where the 21-year-old will play his football next season. Speaking about what could be in store for the talented France international, journalist Lee Davey believes Eddie Howe's Newcastle United could be in line to make a shock move. Newcastle United have definitely got a chance purely because Marseille cannot meet the asking price, Davey said on the fully loaded transfer show. I think Arsenal, from what I can gather, were looking for in excess of £30 million. Marseille don't have that money. They have just lost Boubacar Kamara, which was one of their big assets, and he's gone on a free transfer. He wants to stay in Marseille, of course he does. He's had a fantastic season there. He wants to stay there, but he's not going to be able to, unfortunately, unless Marseille finds some money from somewhere to stamp that up. So it's not going to happen. That opens the door for Newcastle United. Paul Merson thinks Ben White will be the new Arsenal captain ahead of Tierney. Paul Merson has claimed that he thinks Arsenal boss Mikel Arteta will name Ben White as the new Gunners captain ahead of Martin Odegaard and Kieran Tierney. Arsenal have had one problem or another with all their captains over the last few years. Arsenal need to get their new appointment right, and just when it seemed like Odegaard or Tierney are the frontrunners for the armband, Merson has come out and said that he believes it will be white. After Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang's departure, the Arsenal captaincy was handed over to Alexandre Lacazette, and the Frenchman wore the armband every time he was on the pitch. Now that he's gone, Merson thinks white is the next one in line. He wrote on Sportskida, "I thought Alexandre Lacazette would kick on after Aubameyang left, but he didn't really get going. He is a much better player than his performances this season have shown him to be. Arsenal will have to pick a new captain next season, and I think it will probably be Ben White. They need a player who can lead on the pitch with his performances, and White fits the bill." With Lacazette gone, Arsenal have to name a new club captain before the start of next season, and Arteta has a few options to choose from. White seems to be Merson's pick for the role, and it wouldn't be a bad appointment at all. However, it's unlikely that he will get the nod over Odegaard or Tierney, in our opinion. Bologna more than willing to sell Aaron Hickey to Arsenal. They want to reinvest quickly. Arsenal have been given a boost in their push to sign Aaron Hickey from Bologna, with the Italian side said to be open to selling the Scot to raise crucial funds. According to El Resto del Carlino, the Serie A side are waiting for Arsenal to come forward with a bid of over £20 million, at which point they will agree to a sale. The report claims that Bologna want money from the sale of Hickey to reinvest in the squad and see around £20 million as a fair price. However, it should be noted that IRDC states how no bid has actually arrived as yet from Arsenal. Instead, it's Brentford who have reportedly made a move for Hickey. Hickey is seen as one of the top up-and-coming fullbacks in Europe at the moment, dubbed as an amazing for the speed of his development in Italy. Mikel Arteta already has one Scottish fullback on his books in the form of Kieran Tierney. It remains to be seen for now whether Arsenal will indeed push for Hickey. However, the club are keen to add new players and could well see the young defender as another for the future. There is a strong argument to suggest that Arsenal do not have actually to sign Hickey. The Gunners have Takehiro Tomiyasu, and Cedric Soares has stepped in well when required as well. Those two, coupled with the fact Ben White can also slot in, means the fullback isn't exactly the priority position. Of course, Arsenal may see this as a chance they can't pass up. Hickey is a man in demand, it seems, and for £20 million, he is a bit of a bargain buy. If he does go to Brentford and does well, his value will only go up and Arsenal will regret it. Club official praises Arsenal for their approach to signing their player. Sao Paulo director Carlos Belmonte has praised Arsenal for their approach towards signing Marquinhos and says that may have opened the door for both clubs to do more business in the future. The Gunners have reportedly agreed to pay over €3 million for the 19-year-old, even though he would become a free agent in weeks. The attacker has been one of the finest players at the Brazilian club, and European clubs wanted to add him to their squad. Most of them wanted to wait for him to become a free agent before signing him. However, Arsenal, with Edu leading the operation, agreed to pay some money to sign him before he becomes free. This gesture meant so much to the club, and Belmonte said to Canal do Arnaldo via Gazzetta Esportiva, "We have a spectacular relationship with Edu Gaspar, who told us that he knew that Marquinhos could leave for free, but that he was still going to look for funds to pay for Sao Paulo because he wants to have a relationship with Sao Paulo similar to the one that Ajax has with us. He wants to be closer to eventually be able to bring young players from Sao Paulo to Arsenal. We are even studying the possibility of exchanging our base with their base. Brazilian clubs develop some of the world's finest talents, and it would benefit us greatly if we have a relationship with Sao Paulo. This would give us an opportunity to get the first option on some of their budding youngsters. Hopefully, Marquinhos will be an impressive signing like Gabriel Martinelli has been, because that will encourage us to sign more players from Brazil." Arsenal see €40 million bid rejected for Italian star. Arsenal have had a bid in the region of €40 million rejected from Sassuolo striker Gianluca Scamacca. Arsenal recently announced the departure of Alexandre Lacazette, who will be leaving the club on a free transfer this summer. Therefore, Mikel Arteta will be desperate to sign a striker in the current transfer window, or he will be left with just one recognized number 9 in Edin Ketia. One man Arteta has been chasing in Scamacca, a towering striker playing in Italy. The 23-year-old managed 16 goals last season and his performances earned him a call-up to the national team. Now, a report from Alfredo Pedulla has claimed Arsenal have had a €40 million bid rejected for Scamacca, and the Italian forward is waiting for an offer from his home country. Arteta may now have to look elsewhere for striker reinforcement, and it has to be a priority position this summer, with Lacazette moving on and Nketiah struggling in front of goal last season. Arteta will be wanting to add goal to his side. However, after missing out on the Champions League, it will be increasingly difficult to attract elite-level strikers. Arsenal is battling two other clubs for a French midfielder. Corentin Tolisso is on the radar of Arsenal and two other clubs as he leaves Bayern München as a free agent. The French midfielder has struggled with different injuries during his time in Bavaria, and Bayern has decided not to keep him in their squad beyond his current deal. He's now shopping for a new club, and Arsenal wants to sign him. Vigachist.net claims Mikel Arteta's side has a serious interest in his signature, as they seek to bolster their options in midfield. The report claims they are not the only club looking to sign him, with Manchester United and Sevilla also maintaining an interest in his signature. These teams will present serious competition to the Gunners, but if they can offer him the best deal, he's likely to agree to move to the Emirates. Tolisso is one fine midfielder to have in your team when he's fit enough to play. The former Lyon man had a better season fitness-wise the last time out, and that could mean he has overcome his problems. We can add him to our squad as a backup to our key man now, and he will prove himself on the team. Arsenal gets a transfer boost as Serge Gnabry is now destined to change clubs. Arsenal have been trying to get Serge Gnabry back to the club, as it emerged that he might not extend his stay at Bayern München. He was on the books of the Gunners earlier in his career, and he struggled to make an impact at the Emirates. A move back to Germany turned him up into a superstar, and he has now won all the club trophies he could win at the Germany club. He has been in talks with them over a contract extension, but both parties cannot find an agreement, and it has now been revealed he will leave Bavaria. Bild, as reported by The Sun, says the attacker has rejected Bayern's latest contract offer, and the German champions will not meet his demands. This means he's now destined to leave, and it places Arsenal in a good position to add him to their squad. Gnabry has unfinished business at Arsenal, and we need to get him back to the Emirates if we can. The attacker got away the first time because of our poor judgment and his lack of patience, but we can make amends by bringing him back to the club now. However, he might ask to be made our top earner, which could be a problem. Arsenal adds more fire to their pursuit of Premier League striker. Arsenal is stepping up their chase for the signature of Gabriel Jesus as their summer plans begin to take shape. Mikel Arteta's side will add new players to their squad in his transfer window, and the priority is on getting at least one new striker. The Gunners lost Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang in the January transfer window, and the Daily Mail reports that Alexandre Lacazette has agreed to return to Lyon as a free agent. His departure leaves more voids to be filled in the offensive department, and the report adds that his departure has made Arsenal step up their pursuit of Jesus. The Manchester City striker is also interested in a move to the Emirates, and he doesn't mind if he will not play in the Champions League next season. Jesus will struggle to play at City next season after they signed Julian Alvarez and Erling Haaland, and he would be smart to accept a new challenge at Arsenal. Arteta knows him very well from working together at City before the manager moved to Arsenal, and he would be keen to see what plans the Spaniard has for him. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.